All right, what's up, y'all? It is at the moment. It is 2:52, July 31st. As I'm recording this right now, and I was about to go live, but I was like, nah, I was going to just record it, just one take like I usually do, and just post it at a good time, to get views or whatever for it. But I can't sleep because of this book right here. This is my second time reading it, and I don't know why I didn't do a review the first time I read this book. Um, well, I do know why. I was really just trying to like practice the things in this book, told in this book, and just having just crazy, I guess like revelations about it. Because when you hear the truth, sometimes you would like disregard it because it just hits so hard, right? And I'm recording on the iPad right now, and the camera is like here, but it's like I'm laying it flat so I can get more of a wider. So yeah, so if I'm looking kind of like this way, it's just the camera is weird right now. But yeah, I read this book the first time, and that's when I was really starting to you know just change my lifestyle. It was all together. Just really trying to get healthy, um, in the true way, and sticking to it, and really sticking to it this time, and uh, trying to chase that feeling of cleaning your body out constantly, putting the right foods in it. I was doing that about 2 years ago. Um, After COVID, and I felt all, and I think I explained this in my one of my other um, videos or my last one. And I started shedding like a bunch of weight, and I was just really feeling so self conscious about it, insecure about it, that I was like, man, fuck all this. I'm gonna go back eating how I was eating, just make sure I just eat clean in the way I was eating before. And then like the problem started to arise again. You can still kind of see it a little bit. My acne's acting crazy, but it's a process. I still got to get to it to a T all the way. But getting to the review of this book. First off, how it was written, it does break down what melanin is in layman's terms. It really does. Like I really feel like anybody could pick up this book. There'll be some parts that are kind of heady, super heady, even for myself, and I think that's probably why I had to pick it up again to get some things I missed the first time through. And I probably need to probably read it about 5-10 times. But it's a very short read. Altogether, it's like 60 pages, 65 pages. But he really gets right to the point. Dr. Laila Afrika, the author of this book, he gets right to the point with it. So if you're a type of person that's not a science person, just hates reading altogether, you can read this in a day, easy. You can read this in a day, super easy. So that's one of the things I love about this book. He gets right to the point. But on the flip side of that, because he gets right to the point so fast that it's so much information, like page by page, paragraph by paragraph, that you can legit like read one page and just study that page. You do extra research on that one page yourself. Um, and that's for sure what I'm going to be doing the next few months. Probably won't pick this book back up again. But whenever I just think about it, just go through and just do some research. So I'm just going to start off by just reading like the summary of it, and you'll see why I'm like so like fired up right now. Like I'm telling you, I read it earlier today, and I was on my mind. And it's 2 in the morning. What time is it? It's 2:56, man, and I just can't go to sleep. So I just got to get this off real quick. This might not even be a long, short video. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not gonna be a short video, but it just sparks a fire in you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna explain why later on once I just kind of just get through the the review of it. So I'm just gonna just cut straight to it now. All right. So this is the summary on the back of the book right here. So the subject of melanin is straightforward and simple to talk about. Melanin is the biochemical substance that drives physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual life. What makes the subject difficult to talk about is the awkward, primitive Latin language that is used in science. Any attempt to avoid the use of the Latin language of chemistry and biology makes you sound unscientific and unintelligent. This was the challenge in writing about melanin, having to write in everyday language and not avoid science Latin jargon. The lectures and books on melanin are very Latin jargon centered. Most black people that read about melanin say, "What good is it if it does not help you to be free?" I disagree with that. I'm going to get into that in a second, but we're going to keep moving. They, of course, are correct, but a black person unaware are manipulated and controlled by their unawareness. Black people need to know the basics about melanin and how to nourish melanin so they can get some positive use from it. They are controlled by their failure to realize that the black race is a melanin dominant race. The key to controlling black people is to reduce their blackness, reduce their ability to be black, which will directly affect their ability to be human and seek what is humanly theirs, freedom. Black people are a race nourishing themselves as if they are Caucasians. Since the Caucasians have the least amount of melanin, then black people that eat as if they are Caucasians are getting the least amount of nourishment to the melanin. Therefore, black people are anti-melanin and consequently fighting against themselves, fight their own melanin. In this writing, I've attempted to reveal melanin's properties and how the human body biochemically uses and nourishes it. That right there is just that should be enough for you to buy this book right now. I'm telling you, it ain't really too much stuff that I find like this fascinating. Um, but this book right here, it really does break down the science of what it is, how it's used, in our bodies. Right, this pigment, like the thing, this is what makes our skin color this skin color, right? So, and it's also in our organs too, and it breaks it down in the book. I'm gonna read a couple quotes because this is just a very power packed book. One thing I will say I don't like about it is that sometimes because he wants to kind of get straight to the point, that he kind of just, it seems like he's all over the place. It seems like he's just his research, like his personal research notes. So it kind of seems like he's just kind of bang 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 all the way through. But for me personally, it can be hard once I understood, like, okay, this is how he's just writing. Then it got a little easier. But I'm gonna read a line or two out of this, so you can really see the importance of what makes you different than everyone else in the world and why it's being suppressed. Okay, so here's a couple lines. Now he does have some it is very, like, it can be scientific, like vocabulary heavy. So if some of these words I can't pronounce, just bear with me. All right. So the melanin concentrates on the brain locus ceruleus in the fourth ventricle and reticular formation. And in parentheses, it says black dots. This causes the brain to store more information and function at a high level. So in other words, so I skipped down to the bottom of the page where I highlighted. In other words, a black person's level of thinking and mental growth needed to solve their racist problems cannot be achieved with a low amount of melanin caused by an understimulated pineal. Like, because of this pigment in our bodies, it makes us think on a higher level. It makes our bodies function at a higher level. But it can only do that to its fullest capacity if it's being nourished. And that's another important part of the book. I don't want to sit here and like have a lecture, but it might just turn into that book reviews type book review slash lecture type shit. But man, I'm telling you, like, this is, we know when you hear people they say hope or hope tips, said, like, and there are true ones, but there are some fake ones out here, uh that we'll never be free until we know who we are, right? And then going back to where it was saying that like, what good is it? Because it's not gonna help you to be free. When I read the summary on the back, and now reading this book, when they say we'll never be free until you know who you truly are, I want beforehand, years ago, not even years ago, it's like 3-4 years ago. I'm only 23. That when I heard that line, you hear that line a lot when you listen to lectures and stuff like that. I would think, okay, we have to find our tribes. You know, we have to find our tribes. Whether you believe you are an Aboriginal of America, whether you believe that you're African and your ancestors are from a country in Africa, wherever, right? In today's time, to me, honestly, that really, I hope everyone finds out their true tribe if you can. I want to as well, but the priority is just getting your full power, like now, as soon as possible, and knowing what makes you so different from everyone else, and then you have to feed it. You have to feed into it, right? Because of this pigment that makes our skin this color, and it's in our organs. It's more of it in our brains than other people. We're going to say non-melanated people, because I don't want this to be a black and white thing, right? Just straight science, just straight science, right? And that makes you, you know, carry out tasks at a higher level. You can, receive information at a higher level. Because all it is a spectrum of light. That's what melanin is. It's a spectrum of light. So whatever the highest ray of light is, down to the lowest ray of light, we can consume all of it in you know. Don't want to say digest. What's the word? I'm just gonna say digest all of that information, right? So you have to also know how to feed that melanin that makes you different, and because it's a spectrum of light, you have to consume as much light as possible. And the things that have, and he goes about this in the book. I swear I don't want this to be a lecture, but I might as well turn to it. Fuck it, this is gonna be a little lecture because I gotta get this off my chest. So just to start back over, why this book is important, because this is the key to knowing who you truly are, right? Because once you realize that how powerful how powerful this is, you're gonna look at yourself differently. First, it's gonna make you fall in love with yourself. Then, when you look at someone that looks like you, that has this, you're gonna show respect to them, knowing that he possesses the same powers that I do, right? And if we can get that right there together, man, that will solve so many problems. But folks want to argue about, oh, we the Aboriginals, we was kings, you know what I'm saying? All this other bullshit for no reason. When it's really just look at yourself in the mirror, just almost go back into like that child like mentality of asking yourself questions. Oh, mom, what's the difference between white people and black people? Oh, it's just our skin's a little bit, you know, darker than theirs. Well, what makes it so dark? Melanin. Like, it's just having that childlike mentality and question everything will lead you to uh true knowledge. I feel like, in my opinion, I know I'm just ranting all over the place, but to dial it all the way back, um, I'm telling you, once you read this, man, it sparks something. It sparks something in you. So melanin is just a spectrum of light. Why we think we have that glow when we are in the sun? You know what I'm saying? It's just a spectrum of light. So we need to consume as much light as possible. Now, I know it's going to be a hard thing for a lot of people to give up meat and snacks and all that other stuff, but you are made of light more than anyone else on the planet. So you need to consume light for your body to function in the best way possible. Um, that in itself is one of the main parts of the book that I got out of it. Um, just what it is, what melanin is, what it does in the body. It goes a little bit in depth of that, but it gets straight to the point. Like I said, it's like his own personal research notes. And it's packed, 60 pages, but it's packed top to bottom. Information, lots of information. The difference between our genetic makeup and non-melanated people genetic makeup, how to feed it, what's the purpose of it, where else could we find this in nature, which is pretty much everything from what I understood, but you have to check it out for yourself. But please, like, if you come across this video, get this book, man. Get this book. You have to get this book. And not only get this book, but practice the information, practice and not carry out the knowledge for yourself. Because I'm telling you, the time that I did cut back on meat, I really didn't know what I was doing at the time. So I probably was messing up my body a little bit more. But at the same time, it was cleansing. Very cleansing. I'm talking about beating my alarm clock, 2 hours early, and but still feeling refreshed in the morning. Feel what I'm saying? Like that's just like the power of it. It's just it's insane. It's insane. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say that like I'm perfect and I'm what I'm saying, like I said, I'm still going through it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going through it, still trying to bulk up and get right in the gym and all that. But once you have to you have to kind of unbrainwash yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like from everything, like whoever the powers that be, they know how powerful we are. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why they attack us in every way possible. And the number one way to do that is make you forget who you are. Not just tribe, not just where your true original land is, and like yeah, that's all part of playing too. But if they can make you eat food that's killing you slowly every day, they got you, man. Hey, like they got us. Like they really fucking got us. But you have to just treat this shit like a treat the universe like a university. You know what I'm saying? And learn. And if this is not really your cup of tea, like you just gotta push through. It's like fuck it, like I gotta save myself because ain't nobody else gonna do it. No one else gonna do it. But figure out who you are, and we are melanin slash sunlight beings, so we have to feed it. A cooked chicken has no light in it. Think about it. It has no light in it. But an orange does, an apple does, them collard greens do. That has light in it. So if we are made of light, we have to consume light. More than anything, that needs to be our diet, light. Know what I mean? But that's the only thing that can really free us is getting back to our true nature. We're not like everybody else. We can't eat like everybody else. Um, you can't do it. We're not the same. We're all humans. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to don't come up here saying, oh, he's saying black people is this and white people. Nah, it's just I want everyone to have like what's his name? I ain't gonna try to quote it, but we are all humans, but we're not the same species of humans. Therefore, we have to eat. We have to eat differently to feed our melanin. We have to feed it. We have to feed it. And across my YouTube, once you start, a year from now, you really gonna see like the difference in my face. Look at this shit, dog. This shit is crazy. Cause I was just eating whatever, dog, and just be like, oh, I gotta get some Proactive or some shit. That's how I was in high school, like trying to clear my face up. But it's like, nah, dog. Skin is an internal. This is an organ in itself. All your skin is it's an organ. All of it is an organ. So if you having acne and scars and shit across your body, bump, it's your diet. This is why I gotta look at this shit, dog. This is why we have to understand and study yourself. You have to study yourself. I've got to fix this damn camera, but fuck it. We gonna keep it pushing. Gotta understand yourself. No one else. We can't act like everybody else no more, man. That shit's over. Shit's played out at this point. Because we ain't getting nowhere. Are we getting anywhere? And we ain't getting nowhere. I'm gonna stick to the book review because I'm about to really go off right now. Just from the passion inside myself because I know I got work to do. Feel me? But please check out this book. My next book review most likely is gonna be on what's the name of that book? Dr. Jewel Pookrum. It goes into depth of it's pretty much like almost like the part two of this, but it's not on purpose. It's just the information I feel like is kind of it just continues in a deeper path of what melanin is and how do we feed it. Because once we can feed it, then our bodies can function at its optimal ability. Feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So I know I was all over the place. Subscribe. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to, I think I got 7 subscribers now. I really don't even know how. I don't even post. This is like my third consistent post. But I appreciate the ones that are due. comment, say what's up, see what tell me what I need to do to improve these book reviews or my videos in general. I know I need to get a real setup. I'm just on a little iPad and my other video that's just on my phone. That's coming real soon. I do got a ring light, so that's an upgrade. So I'm gonna do a little bit of stuff inside, more stuff outside too. But yeah, let me know how can I improve. What books y'all want me to read and do reviews on? Do y'all want lectures? Because I can whip up a lecture. I am a teacher as a career right now, so I don't mind cracking up cracking up a new book and reading and making a little presentation or PowerPoint or something, or just having notes and we can just talk and discuss. Especially as I get more subscribers, I'm gonna go live. So we can actually have little debates or whatever. But yeah, grab the book, Dr. Laila, Afrika, Melanin, and What Makes Black People Black. Go grab it. I know this was all over the place, but get this book, man. Please get this book. Everybody. I don't care if you are non-melanated, because it can teach you about yourself and what you can eat too. But grab it. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to go to sleep. Hopefully I can. Let me know if y'all can hear me all right. And yeah, peace to the next video. And I appreciate y'all. And stay the course, man. Stay the course. All right.